I'm looking for tobacco policy violations. I'm looking for all kinds of violations today. Well, the sergeant's smiling. I like smiling cops. There you go. I got another smiling face over there. So that works. So I hear 80% of you guys show up for traffic court. I hear 80% of you show up for traffic court.
Why don't you leave them alone? Because they're just trying to do their job.
Well, there's $400,000 sitting right here a year.
They're trying to do their job. Why don't you just leave them alone?
It's $400,000. I want my tax money's worth. See, he gets the joke. What's their job? They're not writing tickets? Is that what you guys are waiting on? Is it? Yeah, there's a traffic backup right here. Are you guys here for the ribbon cutting ceremony? Hey, he's a really good sport. He's a really good sport. He's just trying to look tough. He's got the sunglasses, trying not to smile. Are those polarized so you can see like every little thing? Like, see, gotta ask the tough questions. Where's you guys already posted up? Get the school district or the school zone stuff. The school zone. You guys usually write tickets in school zones early morning.
Oh,
yeah. I liked his response. That was really good. With good faith, I can't ask that question because I've seen a lot more than that. So, okay, that might be a different question though. That might be a different question. The really good question is, what do they think about Matthew Kruger? That would be a really good question. He's trying not to smile. He's trying not to smile. He just said, who's Matthew Kruger? Probably the worst excessive force without a gun being fired. Yeah, that would be her. You know, another good question. Here, I got a good question for him. What do y'all think about the Harris County 4 officers in the last 6 weeks that have allegedly committed suicide? Allegedly. 4 officers in one department in 6 weeks? That's a little fishy for me. Sounds to me like there's more going on than just officers taking their lives in the same department. I can understand 1, maybe 2 at most in a year if they've really seen some, but 4 in 6 weeks? Sounds like some JFK stuff. I mean, we are in Texas. I mean, they do a lot of conspiracies here. Just ask Dealey Plaza. Just saying, takes more than two or more. You guys know any officers on the west side? He didn't pull his gun out on you. He did it on Manuel Mata. How long you been with the department? Okay, so you probably know most of the guys that have been on about as long as you.
They've been on. It's funny. The longer you're on, the less people you know.
Really?
Yeah. At first, you don't know anyone. When you start to know.
I figured you'd probably know Snyder out of Central. Sorry, he's a piece of shit. 2 internal affairs complaints I've done. I'm talking about 1 in Central. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and ask those questions? We could.
What was that?
Is it? Was that a Freemason tattoo there, Prophet? Was that a Mason's tattoo? See, y'all created a monster. Why you gotta make it about color? Why can't they just hire good officers? I think they ought to stop taking laterals. I think lateral's a problem. Bring bad habits from other departments where they probably got fired or quit. I've seen it.
I do like the idea if they're good officers from their department.
Yeah, but why would they be leaving if they were good officers? They'd be going to Louisville making $100 grand a year with that sign-on bonus they got going on right now. They just had 23 under investigation out of Louisville by the Texas Rangers because they were involved in a sex scandal with a massage parlor. One captain, because they only have, I think, 5 or 6 captains up there, got demoted to sergeant because they don't have lieutenants. He was involved. He was like the ringleader of their special investigations unit or whatever. Doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. Not only was it unethical, it was illegal. If I gave you a situation, since you're a sergeant, you got 22 years on the job, all Fort Worth? Okay. And just a scenario, I just wanted to see what your response was. It just goes to my reasonable officer standard test, the 2-prong test, make sure there's reasonableness. If you got a call for a disturbance, because I'm sure you were on patrol at one point, right? Okay. You get a call for a disturbance at an HOA, at a guard gate. Call comes in, just somebody not leaving, they were filming, and only one party on the phone, on the 911 call says, this guy is a racist, I'm from Africa, he told me to go back to Africa, he's got me on the YouTube live, I need somebody here, he's giving me a hard time. Okay, and so just with the basics, you show up, you talk to security, get just some basics, not a whole lot of stuff, and you walk over to the individual. Now, you see the no trespassing sign up the way at the actual guard gate where it hasn't even included. Do you have any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime at that point? And except for the only thing I was doing was he was trying to get me to leave unlawfully, and I kept pointing out and I told him what happened. I told him what transpired. I ain't afraid to talk. I know it could incriminate myself if I broke the law. And I refused to ID. And you know the only time you're able to ID somebody, right? In custody would be considered an arrest based on your policies. So once you're in handcuffs, the back of a car, not free to go, that's an arrest. So at least you know 3802. That's good. Failure to identify. Or on a traffic stop, right? Because technically it falls under the state law of transportation code. I know it almost sounds like I was a cop or a lawyer, huh? He's looking, he's watching me. He's never gonna want to pull me over, ever. And then the cop got upset because I wasn't leaving and decided to go hands-on and handcuff me as I'm holding my camera saying I'm not resisting and the camera's steady. Misplaces the handcuffs, puts me in the back of the car for, I think it was like 22 minutes on the body camera. Hands were purple, cutting off circulation, lacerations, everything. So obviously the man didn't have reasonable articulable suspicion to let alone detain me to throw me in cuffs in the back of the car. And he threatened to throw me in the back of the car in cuffs. And I took 6 more steps as I was showing him I am attempting to leave. 3 or 4 times on camera, I tell the man, just give me a CAD number, I'll be happy to leave. Wouldn't been the best use of force for your de-escalation policy. It's just to say, hey, come walk over to my unit, I'll get you the CAD number and you leave, right? Be the easy solution, right? Nope, not in my case. I just got my disorderly conduct charge Monday. Wait, today's Tuesday, right? Just got it dismissed yesterday. That's just bad policing. 4-year veteran on your department. Contempt the cop. That's what I got in trouble for. This guy doesn't look like I can hurt his feelings, though. He's got that Terminator stone cold. Just look, he's trying not to crack a smile, though. You're allowed to laugh on the job. You're allowed to smile, man. You're human. Oh, okay. I know he's smiling. He shows it. I like Thomas over there. He's quiet, but he smiles. Kill him with kindness. That's what I try to do with that officer, but he just...
I agree with that.
You know what my lawyer told the prosecutor? My guy might be an asshole, because I gave him the old knife hand when I was kind of scolding him a little bit, cop. I was in the Marine Corps, so I get the little knife hand when I'm talking, especially when I'm in the right. Give him that little knife hand. He said, client might be a little bit of an asshole, but that's not against the law. So, anyways, guys, I think now that she's gone, I'm going to head back up to the city council meeting, make sure she's not getting any more trouble. But
Okay.
I just wanted to... No, I think they're getting ready to. I like to have good conversations. And, of course, if someone oversteps, I'm going to probably be guilty of contempt of cop. But I'm glad you didn't break. Hey, hey, it happens. You know what? People are human, but if they don't have the right temperament, they shouldn't be working with a gun on the hip. And I'll go by BZ. I'll give you that, Frank. What's going on, Frank? I'll give you my first name, Basil, since you gave me your first name. Most officers don't do that, so. All right. So I see Sergeant Smith right here on the patrol car, you know. But you know what? And I've been live this whole time, so everybody's been watching, and nobody's negatively commented, so they like the encounter. So I like to show good and bad. Hey, you know, I know you guys get a lot of shit, but you also got a lot of shitty cops that create that for all y'all. So when you guys go to different divisions, I think it changes y'all's culture a little bit. Like the two motorcycle cops I caught in front of the municipal court on January 7th, they both pulled up, parked their bikes. I'm sure you guys have that little section. You guys parked in the corner there. One took a big old, next to the courthouse, right, you know, on the sidewalk there. I guess, and they probably had a quarter or something. One took a little, put that big old dip in his mouth. The other one took out a good old cigarette and started lighting it up. And as I'm walking across, now mind you, I didn't have my camera on that day. I had it in my pocket, but I wasn't gonna mess with them. And you guys heard me when I came down yelling about a tobacco policy, right?
Oh, yeah.
I said, ooh, two of y'all with tobacco policy. That cop took that cigarette out of his mouth so quick, put it back in his pocket. The other guy just smiled and just big old thing of chew. So I don't think he really cared. Hey, you know what? That was just one day I was busting balls. I wasn't trying to get anybody in trouble. I wanted to see if anybody was going to actually react. He did. Uh-oh. Evil Knievel. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Where's y'all's AR?
I don't care what. Do anyone? Is Kirby? I don't even know Kirby.
So, in other words, if it's a shooting, you're not responding. You don't want no part of it.
I'll respond with what I got, but I don't have to.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking you ain't got the brutal force. I'll leave it up to the DRU and the patrol units to deal with that.
No, we'll go. We'll go. But,
Hey, Supreme Court has ruled that you guys don't have to, you know, limb or life. You know, it's not your duty to protect unless I'm in your custody. And that's policy. You don't have a duty to protect if you don't have to, you know. Officer safety, right? Thank God for Terry v. Ohio, 1968, right? Well, you know what? There are some right reasons, and then there are some people with some bad intentions. And then there are some people that develop those bad intentions along the way that set out to be good. So, and I've ran into that. It's every culture. That is every culture. This is why I asked the tough question. I'm glad you were open to having a good conversation. That makes the department look good. That makes the traffic division look good. I see everybody on here not saying a bad thing about y'all. So I think it was a good encounter. I like seeing those. We just don't get enough of them. It's just Central and West Division. Don't even let me get started on that, guys. Anyways, y'all be safe today, okay? And don't write a lot of tickets. Give out warnings. Today's going to be Tuesday warning day. All right, guys, take it easy. All right, guys, I got to go find Carolina, make sure she's not getting in any trouble. She's in a city council meeting. I'm breaking down my tripod. For those of you guys in here, are you guys not able to chat? I haven't seen any chats come in. I know the chats are available. Actually, walk right over here. And by the way, guys, I do have a broke toe. So the camera jumps because I'm limping. Going uphill sucks because I got to put pressure on that front toe. I don't see anybody chatting though. Hopefully chats aren't turned off. Can somebody put something in the chat so I can see something? I don't see anything in the chat box. Okay, good. There we go. Robert, thank you, buddy. I didn't see any chats in there, so I wasn't sure what was working. Let's OTVO in a house. I think that sergeant did a decent job. He was Sergeant Frank Smith, by the way, guys. He gave me his first name. Shook my hand. I gave him my first name since he gave me his first name, so I don't got a problem doing that. All right, guys, sorry about that. I locked my screen for a second by accident. So I accidentally locked my screen. That was an accident. So I got city council member meeting going on, or ribbon cutting, whatever it is over here. I don't know where Carolina went. Are we open to the public or? Okay. I wasn't sure what was going on. Do I get a cavity search or a pat down?
Come on.
Can I get someone a little bit more attractive looking, sir?
Take your pick. Take your pick.
Right now.
You're going to probably get a battery pack up in
Yeah,
here.
can you pull that out of your
Yeah.
pocket?
Small wallet. You want to just feel real quick? Small wallet.
All right, let me get you back.
See,
go.
I would have let
Thank
her
you.
give me a pat down. She a lot prettier than you are. Oh, there's Chief Noakes and Officer 1061 Northwest Division that doesn't like me. Very unprofessional cop. Stockyards. I'll catch you at night on your night shift.
Property is not a full contiguous block. The property line and CR zone multifamily buildings that will continue to exist on the western edge of that property. So it would not abut directly across the street. It's a zoning kind of the buffer, the CR of that bar lot. I have met with the neighborhood association as well as the property owners. Alan and Kevin Cox, Stephen and Georgina Sensiza, and Alan Harris and Jonathan Moore, the owners of the properties that abut directly that site, as well as the Price Hotel across the street. Also got recommendations from those property owners, including the Food Works Art, which is the property immediately to the south along this top. Conversation with Mr. Coleman and Dickens Arena as well. Said he had no issues with of the proposal, and they'd like to see more, and subsequently our request to go ahead and include the site plan required result.
Thank you, Darren. Our next speaker is Glenn Mazur, followed by Adrian Smith. Thank you. Let's conclude our speakers. I'll try this.
Can you hear me? Okay, several things I want to comment on this case. I know that there's a lot of opposition from Arlington Heights Neighborhood Association. I've received those letters from homeowners as well as the Neighborhood Association. I've met with them multiple times. Darren, you've met with them multiple times. The partners have, and I appreciate the time that y'all have taken to do that. I want to note this property is right across the street from Dickey's Arena. I think you're requesting a height maximum of 5 stories. Dickey's parking garage is 6, just for context. And as you mentioned, it's a complicated property with a 30-foot wide water main easement. And the topography is going to be a challenge too. So one, I commend you for taking this on. It's a complicated piece of property in a really great location. The property's complications do require additional planning by engineers and architects and to the structure required to the setbacks, parking requirements, water management we talked about. And really my biggest concern is the highest and best use of property along Montgomery Street. I've reviewed this property in the zoning case with economic development professionals, real estate professionals, city planners. We've had meetings for Stock Show Rodeo, Dickey's Arena, Christ Chapel, and the museums. And really every major stakeholder along Montgomery Street, I've met with them about this particular property as well as the rezoning of Montgomery Street, because it really is the corridor into the cultural district. It needs to protect the Arlington Heights neighborhood on the west side, and then we have all the entertainment development on the east side. Protections for the neighborhood, I know they're very worried about the requirements to park, what that will do to the area and increase just traffic in general. But again, it is the corridor into the cultural district. Low density residential has been a conversation, and I do want to point that out, but again, that's probably not the highest and best use in this corridor. That's changed dramatically over the years. And after thoughtful consideration, I know if I continue this case, the facts are not going to change, and I'd much rather have a constructive conversation on the site plan versus continuing the kind of rehashing the same thing over and over again. I think y'all did your due diligence. I appreciate your time and effort. I want to thank city staff, Dana Bergdorf, Glenn, Jordan, Murray, for your time that you put into this. It's been very helpful for me and Arlington Heights as well. Christina Batowski, Lauren Murray, Boston, y'all take your time to research, and I appreciate your fierce protection of Arlington Heights. But I'm going to go ahead and move to approve ZC 24257 with height maximums of 5 stories or 85 feet, excluding the use of short-term rentals, the event center, rental hall, service station, pawn shops with a site plan required.
It's all collapsed. Thank you. Yeah, I just screwed it up and.
Motion a second, please
Like
vote.
in 5 seconds, it's all collapsed. Yeah.
Motion carries.
Next item is ZC-25-031, and there are no speakers there.
Councilmember Flores.
Yes, sir. We would approve with appreciation to U.S. Cold Storage for providing an expansion to a very important industrial use. Approve.
Motion a second, please vote. Motion carries.
Next item is ZC-25-037. And your speakers there.
Thank you. Our first speaker is Barbara Brewer, followed by Rachel Jenkins. Is Ms. Brewer here? Aye. I know it's a lot different. It takes a minute to get down. Thank you.
So I just want to say, hope to be here on the grand opening of our first city council meeting in our new building. I know that last year, whenever we bought this building, I was probably one of the residents with the angry face, but it's beautiful. You guys did a terrific job. This is beautiful. I'm here because I'm a resident in District 10. I'm asking for your help to change the zoning to CF. Not many people know this, but our school district came up with an idea to detach a portion of the school district. We are voters and we're taxpayers, and what they did, making this decision without even thinking about what would this cost, what would happen to the bonds. We fought like hell, and I just want to thank the city council members for getting involved. I know you didn't have to, and Mayor, thank you for voicing your concern and being an advocate for us as well. I know that everybody's wearing both ribbons, and I just want to thank you guys for supporting us. And so I'm just asking you guys to please change this, because we can't trust them. They won't give up, and we're not giving up either, because we have every right to be in that district. I love my city, I love that school district, and we're going to continue to fight. And so I need you guys to change this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Rachel Jenkins. Ms. Jenkins will be followed by Adrian Smith. I don't think is here. And then Mr. Smith is followed by Bob Willoughby.
Good morning. Speak about the rezoning of the Keller IC properties. I just want to let my support for changing the properties in North Fort Worth from whatever they currently are zoned for to CF. School board members have shouted the trust for constituents, particularly those in North Fort Worth. The school board planned for months in secret to jettison North Fort Worth out of the Keller IC by using ambiguous law to circumvent an election of people. Well, that plan was called off in an email just last week from the board president and our interim superintendent. It was news to at least 2 of our trustees. That means that there was no official meeting or vote by the school board members. I believe that rezoning the Keller IC properties in North Fort Worth for CF will give the North Fort Worth stakeholders an opportunity to have a say for when and if Keller ISD sells these properties. If the school board earns our trust back and their plans to sell really are in the best interest of the whole district, then we can always petition to change the zoning to something more appealing to buyers, and I would be there to petition for it because I love Keller ISD and I want it to succeed. Thank you.
Mr. Willoughby?
The city.
Ms. Bob? Okay.
What I really want to bring out is CF community facilities on this thing. See, now a lot of the new council members have never even been to a council meeting or know anything about the zoning. I thought I'd enlighten them a little bit. I know Charles hadn't lived in the city long enough to know anything about the zoning, so I thought I'd enlighten them that the CF has a group home, and group homes, okay? Now, I'm not saying group homes are bad. Oh, excuse me, I'm not supposed to look at y'all. Not being, I have no doubt in my mind that they're not being monitored by the group homes. That's what I don't have no doubt. In this city, nothing's being monitored by, so why would it be done right? That'd be my concern. A lot of these homes, they're making money, they buy houses one by me, and they get money from the government, and they put kids in there, or whatever they put in there. But I really don't think it's governed right, okay? So you might look into and see what a group home is. What does it consist of? And won't you tell the people out here, what does it consist of? Old people, or does it consist of young people? How many people live in a group home? You know? And so that's the thing I'm kind of concerned about, what's going on with all the group homes around the city. I'm concerned about that. And so Charles, I know you don't know much about this stuff, so I'll try to help you along. Okay, you learn. Thank you.
Council, that's the last of our speakers on this item. Before we vote, I just wanted to thank all 3 council members who this decision really impacts. Councilmember Larsdorf, Councilmember Blaylock, Councilmember Hill. It's not often that you are asked as a city to be vocal in such a contentious issue that its residents did not ask for. But there are a lot of people not here today because they're busy with business and raising families, and they feel very strongly about this. It is important to me as your mayor to recognize that our public schools deserve to remain intact and have major decisions to be made. The residents and voters and students and families that attend Keller ISD deserve that same ability to say the right direction forward. I have loved getting to know the students and the families and the teachers at Keller ISD. And they shared the same shock as I did as your mayor, who had no idea the plans were in place. And so the city's hands were tied. Schools in our communities, and attempt as best we could to help direct better policy making. That's what this zoning case is really about. So as we move forward with it, I just wanted to have my thoughts on the record here. And to both Barbara and to Rachel, on behalf of the city, thank you for your advocacy and stand up for your children and your families, because I think your voices really did make a difference, at least for now. And you have my full commitment to work alongside each of you and those you represent there at Keller ISD to make sure you get this right. So with that, I'll entertain a motion on all my council members to speak. Councilmember Larsdorf.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. And Mayor, thank you for your support in this entire ordeal. For anyone to speak up vocally, especially when it regards, takes a lot. We really appreciate you. I also want to say thank you to city staff for all their help in making this possible, the zoning change. Certainly a lot of research went into it. It was not a decision made in a vacuum. So really appreciate the staff there, and to our city attorney as well for getting involved with a opinion letter. That certainly goes a long way too to show our support for North Fort Worth and Keller ISD. And of course, Barbara and Rachel, to both of you and the thousands of other concerned parents and property owners in North Fort Worth. I just want to thank them all for showing up, showing out. If you drive around North Fort Worth, you'll see gold ribbons all over the place as a sign of unity. It was definitely a nonpartisan event with everyone coming together, and of course a few naysayers. Anyone who, quite frankly, has any issue with this clearly does not have kids that they're concerned about. So again, thank you to staff for putting this together. With that, I enthusiastically move to
Next item is MNC 25-0258.
Thank you, Councilmember Crane.
Yes, well, I couldn't get out of here without good old eminent domain reading here, so I think this is the last time, so bear with me. I move that the Fort Worth City Council adopt a resolution authorizing use of the power of eminent domain to acquire 5.332 acres of land in fee simple interest from real property owned by the Johnson Sisters Partnership. Subject property
Is this the exit?
Yes. Okay. West Boulevard, Fort Worth.
Good spiel. I don't like Charlie either, just because of how he talked to Carolina the other
Have you
day.
seen our website with the new videos now? There's a website on the bottom.
I do need to go outside and check on her because her live stream abruptly just stopped outside, so I need Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I said she came in to see me and that.
I know, but
She's on my website.
I'm saying she just abruptly stopped her live stream from what people are telling me outside, so I want to go see what's going on. She just stopped it, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sit on it.
Yeah, no problem. Exit. Which way do I go?
Right there.
Gotcha. Thank you. Do you guys have a location for me? Where was she at when she stopped it? Yeah, don't get me started on Lane Myers. Publicly, I have no comment. Where did she go? You guys got to give me more than she just abruptly stopped her camera outside. Give me landmarks. Tell me what she was near. Short buses. Okay. There you are. Well, you know, you really gotta stop your live stream and freaking people out, because I was in the council chambers trying to record shit, and they told me you need to hurry up and go outside and check on Carolina because her live stream abruptly stopped. So, well, according to these guys, they said.
Oh, I want to tell everybody thank you for the super chats. I missed them.
You got super chats? I didn't get shit this whole live stream.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, guys. I missed it because it was stuck.
Charlie was speaking. So, you know, he was talking about his little thing, and then, oh!
Ooh, just like that. Jump that corner.
Somebody's intoxicated or been drinking. Well, Charlie's going to be outside of that ribbon cutting ceremony. Now, the beauty part about that, I believe that's going to be a traditional forum with ribbon ceremony cutting, so I don't think that they can get you for disorderly conduct or hinder a meeting. But I did run into that one guy that speaks at county commissioner's court and then the old guy. Yeah. I was trying not to laugh. I had to act like I was coughing or sneezing when I started laughing. I did. No, he retired in May. That's his official date.
Okay, in May.
But you missed what I did. You go back and look at my live stream. I walked by, I go, hey, there's Chief Noakes, and then I go, oh, there's the unprofessional cop that drives 1061 out of Northwest, and he just looked at me, and then I had a few people go, oh, I love how you called that guy out in front of all his buddies.
I walked all the way around. The bomb spot, I told them thank you for being heroes. I said I was going to go look in the bushes for some bombs.
I can drop a bomb, but it's usually in the bathroom.
Look at how nice the wind is.
Yeah, it's calm today. Today's a perfect day to go filming. That's probably why they did the ribbon cutting ceremony.
So you want to...
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for right now.
I'm coming back when the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to filming the ribbon cutting ceremony when we come back. Never say bomb on a plane. Never say fire in a movie theater. Never say shark at a beach. What else you got? Yeah, I did that once. I got trespassed off a beach. I was 8 years old. I didn't know any better.
Say beer at a homeless camp?
Yeah, you say beer at a homeless camp. That might be disorderly depending on.
Fire in a theater.
Well, I said that one. You said bomb on it.
How about let's see what kind of trouble we can get into at the beginning of the video.
No, you can't say that on my live stream, Carolina, because you know what? If I ever get prosecuted by, Lloyd, he's going to sit there and think we were up to no good before we got arrested.
Yeah. Because I started a video with, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to get the flock out of here. We'll be back.
Let's go on.
So, anyways, later.